In the last session we have discussed about the basic proportionality theorem. This one we call it as a Thales theorem. So here what it states here, the basic proportionality theorem. If a line divides the two sides into the same ratio, let us draw here the triangle A, B, C and here DE. And here what this theorem states here, if DE is parallel to BC, that means if a line drawn is parallel to the one side of the triangle, then we can say that the other two sides are divided into the same ratio. What are the other two sides here, which is AB and AC? It is divided into the same ratio. That means here AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. This length and this length is same and this length and this length is same. This is the basic proportionality theorem. You can state it here, AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. This is nothing but the basic proportionality theorem. In the last session we have proved this theorem. What it states here, if DE is parallel to BC, then that means if this side is parallel to this side, then we can state it here, AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. This is nothing but the basic proportionality theorem. So in the case of the statement, you can state it here, if a line is parallel to the one side of the triangle, then the other two sides are divided into the same ratio. That means here you are drawing this line such that that line is parallel to the one side of the triangle. And what are the remaining two sides left out, which is AB and BC? These two sides are divided into the same ratio. That means AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. This is the basic proportionality theorem. Now this one, by doing the problems, you can write it here, if DE is parallel to BC, then this one you can write it in the other way, which is nothing but here AD by DB. In place of AD by DB, you can write AD by AB. AD by AB is equal to, in place of AE by AC, you can write AE by AC. This one and this one is same. So here you can use any of this result. If DE is parallel to BC, you can write it here AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. And similarly, if DE is parallel to BC, you can write here AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. Why I have written like this? Because here you can observe that in this whole triangle, you can observe that there are two triangles. What are those triangles? Which is one triangle which is ADE and the other triangle which is ABC. Right? So here you can observe that there are two triangles and these two triangles are similar. So here what are those triangles, which is ADE, smaller triangle, and the bigger triangle which is ABC. Now check what are the corresponding sides here. The corresponding side of AD is nothing but AB and the corresponding side of AE is nothing but AC. So I have written AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. The same thing we can write this one also. This one you will get this one by adding 1 to this statement. You can do this one, just add 1 to this one equation. If you add 1 to this equation on both sides, you will get this one. This is nothing but the basic proportionality theorem. Now we are going to see about the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. Or we can write it here, converse of the Thales theorem or the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. So what the basic proportionality theorem says, if DE is parallel to BC, then the other two sides are divided into the same ratio. That means AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is the basic proportionality theorem. So what is the converse of this theorem? What is the meaning of converse? Converse is nothing but the reverse of this statement. That means here, if you have given AD by DB is equal to AE by AC, then we need to prove here DE is parallel to BC. Clearly this is the reverse of this statement. You know the if and statements. If this is possible, then we can say that this holds. That is the meaning of if and statement. That means if DE is parallel to BC, then we can say that AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. This is basic proportionality theorem. What is the converse? If this is possible, that means if AD by DB is equal to AE by AC, then we can say that DE is parallel to BC. You can observe here we have changed this statement. So here this is basic proportionality theorem. This is the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. We have proved this theorem. Now we are going to prove this theorem in this session. So this one you can write in the form of the statement. So how do you write this one in the form of the statement? Let us draw here one triangle which is A, B, C and here D, E. So how you can write in the form of the statement? Here the converse of the basic proportionality theorem what it given? AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is given. So how you can write? That means here you know that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. That means if a line divides the two sides of the triangle in the same ratio, right? What we can write? If a line divides the two sides into the same ratio, that means this line is dividing the two sides of the triangle in the same ratio. That means the length of this one is equal to this one, the length of this one is equal to this one. This is nothing but, so you can write it here. If a line divides the two sides of the triangle in the same ratio, right? Then what we need to prove? Then that line is parallel to the third side. What is the left out side, which is nothing but BC. So write it here. Then that line is parallel to the third side. The same statement we have written, the same thing we have written in the form of the statements, in the form of the words. So here, if AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, that means if a line is dividing the other two sides in the same ratio, let us consider that line as DE and this DE dividing AB and AC in the same ratio, that means AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Now, if the condition holds, then we have to prove that line is parallel to the third side. What is the third side which is left out here? BC. This one you need to prove it here. So here, write in the proof, write what is given and what we need to prove here. What is given here? They have given here AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is given. What we need to prove? You need to prove here DE is parallel to BC. This we need to prove. To prove this statement, to prove DE is parallel to BC, we are going to prove this theorem by using the contradiction method. So, you are already left what is meant by the contradiction method while we are discussing about the chapter of the real numbers. So, in that we have proved the irrational. Root 2 plus root 3 is irrational, root 5 is irrational. How you have done? By using the contradiction method, we have assumed that the given statement is false. So, after doing all the process at one step, you will get the false statement, and from that you can conclude that what we have assumed before, that is wrong. So, we can say that the given statement is true. That is nothing but the contradiction method. Here, what we need to prove here? We need to prove DE is parallel to BC. So, let us assume that DE is not parallel to BC because we are going to prove this theorem by using the contradiction method. So here, let us assume DE is not parallel to BC. Then, after doing all the process, you will get some false statement. Then we can say that DE is parallel to BC. Like this, you need to prove now. Now, I am writing this statement to prove this theorem. So here, I am writing here the proof. What is given? They have given AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. What we need to prove? To prove DE is parallel to BC. Okay? This one you need to prove. Now here, by using the contradiction method, we are going to prove this one. So, DE is parallel to BC. This we need to prove. Let us assume that DE is not parallel to BC. This is nothing but the false statement. So, here, let us assume DE is not parallel to BC. So here we have assumed that DE is not parallel to BC. So if DE is not parallel to BC, there should be some other line which is parallel to BC. So here let us take that line as DF. So we are assuming here DF is parallel to BC, but what we need to prove? We need to prove DE is parallel to BC. So at last we will get DF is not parallel to BC. This is nothing but the contradiction method. So here let us assume DE is not parallel to BC. Then draw DF which is parallel to BC. So we have drawn one line such that that line is parallel to BC. So we got it here. DF is parallel to BC. This is we have assumed. So here what the basic proportionality theorem says? If DF is parallel to BC, then the two sides are divided into the same ratio. So here that means AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. That is a statement of the basic proportionality theorem. Since we have proved already that Thales theorem, now we are applying that one. Since we got it here, DF is parallel to BC, these two sides are parallel, then the other two sides are divided into the same ratio. What are the other two sides, which is AB and AC? So we can write it here, AD by DB is equal to AF by FC by using the basic proportionality theorem. So write it here. So by the Thales theorem, since DF is parallel to BC, you can write it here, AD by DB is equal to AF by FC, because this line is dividing the other two sides in the same ratio. So we need to take here AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. So write it here AF by FC. Now here we got one equation. So see it here. What is the given here? This is given, and we have assumed something so that we got some equation, right? So here what is given? AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. They have given. You need to prove here DE is parallel to BC. We have assumed something so that we got one more equation here. Now clearly compare these two equations. What is given and what we have got. So here we got it here, AD by DB is equal to AF by FC, and they have given AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. By comparing these two equations, clearly you can observe that the LHS part is same. Here AD by DB is there, here also AD by DB is there. Since the LHS parts are equal in both the equation, you can equate the RHS part. So we can get it here, AE by EC is equal to AF by FC by comparing 1 and 2. So write it here, from 1 and 2, what we got it here? We got it here from 1 and 2, we can equate the RHS part, which is AE by EC is equal to AF by FC. So here at last we got that equation. Now we have to get some part statement because we have assumed the contradiction method. So here to get that one, let us add 1 on both sides. So if you add 1 on both sides, add 1 on both sides. So if you add 1 on both sides, what you will get here? So in this equation, add 1 on both sides, which is AE by EC plus 1 is equal to AF by FC plus 1. We are adding 1 on both sides to this equation. So here let us take the LCM. What is the LCM here, which is EC? So write it here EC. What will be the numerator, which is AE plus EC into 1, which gives you EC. Similarly in the LHS, what is the LCM here, which is FC. What is there here? AF plus 1 into FC, which gives you FC. Now here add this one, AE plus EC. What is the value of AE plus EC? Let us check it here in this triangle. This is AE and this is EC. If you add AE plus EC, what you will get? You will get the total length, which is AC, right? This is the length of AE and this is the length of EC. If you add, what you will get? You will get the total length, which is nothing but AC. So in place of this one, you can write it here AC by EC is equal to, what is the value of AF plus FC? Let us see this triangle. This is AF and this is FC. And if you add AF plus FC, you will get the total length which is AC. So in place of that one, write it here AC by FC. Let us take the reciprocal of this equation. So what is meant by the reciprocal? Changing the numerator into the denominator. So write it here EC by AC is equal to FC by AC. So I have changed this one so that I got this one. Now here you can clearly observe that since the denominators are same, you can easily cancel the denominators so that here you will get EC is equal to FC. Right? So what you got it here at last, we got it here EC is equal to FC. Let us see what is EC and what is FC. This is the length of EC and this is the length of FC. That means here from this what we can say here, we can say here E is equal to F. That means E and F are the same points. What we are getting here at the last, we got it here E and F are the same point. So here when will it happen here E and F are the same points? When will it happen? These 2 points are coincide with each other. What we are getting here, E and F are same. What is the meaning of E and F are same? It is nothing but these two are same. When will it same? If these two sides are coincide with each other. That means if both are same, that means if these two are coincide with each other, then we can say that here DE is parallel to BC. If this line and this line will coincide with each other, then we can say that DF is equal to DE. Right? So that means there should be no line we can draw such that that line is parallel to BC. So we got the false statement here. We have drawn one line such that that line is parallel to BC. And after doing all the process, we got it here E is equal to F. That means this line and this line should coincide with each other. So when will it happen? There should not be any line such that DE is parallel to BC. So here at last write it here. When it is possible, E is equal to F. This is possible only when E and F coincides with each other. If E and F will coincide with each other, then we can say that DE is parallel to BC, because there should not be any line such that that line is parallel to BC. So here we can assume that DE is parallel to BC because we have assumed some false statements such that DF is parallel to BC. After our assumption, we got one statement such that these two will coincide with each other. From that we can say that here DE is parallel to BC. So what is the basic proportionality theorem says? If DE is parallel to BC, that means if one line is drawn parallel to the third side of the triangle, then we can say that the other two sides are divided into the same ratio. So we can say that here AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is the basic proportionality theorem. So what is the converse of this theorem? If a line divides the other two sides in the same ratio, that means if AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, then the third line is parallel to the given line. Then the third side is parallel to the given line. That means DE is parallel to BC. So we have proved these two theorems, which is the basic proportionality theorem and the converse of the basic proportionality theorem. Now, based on this theorem, we are going to solve the next exercise. This is very important theorem. So practice this theorem. In the next session, we are going to solve the problems based on this theorem. From this session is complete.